Luxury cars and exotic fashions go hand in hand in this weekend's Cars and Couture Motor Fest, and it's all to benefit a very special cause. Joining me today is event coordinator Donna Crowley, along with fashion designer Cleland Eason, with the details. Plus, we're going to have a little fashion preview. Did I get your name right there, Cleland?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hoping so, because we are both excited. We are excited to have both of you here today. And I got to point out first, I love a good alliteration, and so the Cars and Couture, but I am sure there's plenty of other good reasons why you came up with this event.
Of course. So
talk about it.
But it is mostly about the cars and fashion, but also about Autism Speaks. So this is the 5th year now we've been raising money for Autism Speaks, so we're really excited about that. It's a whole weekend of events, starting with a gala, which is the Friday night event, where Cleland will be showing some designs there on the runway. So we have the fashion show, exotic cars, silent auction, live music, just a really fun evening, red carpet. And then Saturday, all the car owners get together and we do a fun drive to raise money for autism. And on Sunday, a big vintage motor show at the Yacht Club, in St. Pete Yacht Club, so that'll be nice. A fashion show there as well.
I was going to say, so take me back. Where did this idea come from, though, to combine these two, what maybe some would think were different worlds, but in reality, there's some similarities between fashion and cars.
There is, especially with the luxury and exotic cars. I've been producing fashion shows for a very long time, and so what happened, I've always been a car lover. So I said, how can I figure out a way to actually do more car events and do what I love? And so I just said, came up with this Cars and Couture, and it's actually worked out really well. So
I was going to say, worked out well. We were looking at some pictures, too, of some of the models with the cars that you've been able to show. And of course, there is the charity element that we do want to point out.
Of course.
The first day, correct me if I'm wrong, you have to buy tickets, but the other 2 days free for spectators.
Yes.
So a great way to get out and enjoy what's going to be a beautiful weekend. And I think, though, we got to get to what people are chomping at the bit about. And this is where we're going to go ahead and bring Cleveland as well. We are going to have a little fashion show here for you. So let's take a look at our first group of models. Are we going to be able to see these looks on the runway this weekend?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, bring them on out. What are we taking a look at here?
So right now, this is Kevin. Kevin is actually modeling one of Urban Body's pristine collection. These collections are for 2017 fall, and this is actually a wool blend. It's one of the most finest fabrics around the world. So, and also uniquely yours is one of the gowns that Esmeralda is wearing. Is one of the most beautiful gowns you can ever find on the market, and we're excited about the show.
I was saying, are these fashions that people can get their hands on too, Cleland?
Absolutely, yes. Any of these items that are on the models tonight, you're going to see on the runway, and you're also going to see them in our stores.
Great. And I always say that's not all, though. You brought 2 other models for us to take a look as well. So as we are transferring those models out and bringing the other ones, as a designer, I can imagine you hear people talk about how exciting it is to see your looks on the runway. And I'm sure this is just another event and something else to make you feel excited.
Yes, yes. It is actually exciting, but the actual work that goes on behind the scenes is what makes it exciting when you see it actually on the runway.
Well, I'll say look at our runway right now. We're looking at our second look here.
Yeah, absolutely. So Cho is wearing upcoming 2017 collection of Urban Body shirt, and also one of the most uniquely designs that you ever see coming up in 2017. So and also uniquely yours design, the gown that Christina is wearing is one of the finest gowns for the show as well.
I love that.
So you're going to see all this upcoming tonight.
Okay, talk about that pattern, though. You said it was one of the newest patterns that you haven't seen yet. Did I have that right?
Yeah, absolutely. So this particular shirt I designed, and actually inside of the shirt has a beautiful piping inside of the shirt, which is really kind of blends in. You can wear it year-round, but actually it's one of the patterns that you can actually wear for fall, and even you can wear for spring, summer.
And I'm assuming you can layer, because I know you're rocking a pattern layer look right there, too.
Absolutely, yes. I'm actually wearing one of our designer suits, which is designed by myself, so it's pretty cool wearing your own designs.
Yeah, I would think so. Okay, one last time, Donna, give us the information for the weekend and how people can check it out and get involved.
Okay, so we have a 3-day weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday night is the gala, and tickets can be bought at carscouture.com. Again, the proceeds benefit a great cause, Autism Speaks. And then a rally, if you have a car that you would like to drive in any performance vehicle in the rally, it's $50, and that is 100% goes to Autism Speaks on Saturday. And then, of course, the Vintage Motor Show on Sunday with over 300 vintage cars at the Yacht Club.
Well, let's hope for a great turnout. Again, a great cause, a great event. Thank you both so much for coming on today. We really do appreciate it. Of course.